Dopamine Detox. Rewire your brain to achieve big. Do you find it to be disgusting and exhausting rather than entertaining by how much of your time you waste online and you can't seem to stop yourself? Do you have a plan for breaking out of the cycle, but instead of following that, you give in and do stuff that feel good and fulfilling right away? Well, it might sound daunting, but these are the signs that you need to break from the internet's sticky hand and have a dopamine detox. But what exactly is a dopamine detox? Before we get down to the deets of dopamine detox and its effects, subscribe to our channel so that you can always keep in touch with information on the subjects you are inquisitive about and join the Deetz family. Now, let's get started. Avoiding any addictive behaviors that cause your dopamine levels to spike is known as a dopamine detox. The goal of the detox is to break one's dependence on vices like gambling, social networking, and other addictive habits. Doing things out of impulse and compulsion may not be good for your brain's overall health, since dopamine imbalances can make you feel weary, depressed, and unmotivated. Acting on the desire to change and ending your own obsessive behaviors are key components of a dopamine detox. You may then develop a healthier lifestyle, discover better ways to manage your emotions, and get a stronger sense of your own identity. Dopamine detox helps in breaking up the pattern of compulsive behaviors, letting the brain restore the dopamine receptors, making regular activities become fun and normal once again, facilitating a healthy lifestyle by regulating emotions. How long does it take for your brain to rewire? The average time taken by our brains to rewire is anywhere between 2 to 12 weeks. The minimum time required to see results is 2 weeks. Besides that, a 30 days challenge is considered to be the best option because that is long enough to notice changes. It is also a good option who like to challenge themselves and take up a monthly dares. The prominent length of time for dopamine detox is 12 weeks, which is long enough to completely change your life but might be too intimidating for many. Steps for dopamine detox. Number 1. Cut out addictive activities. Delete, block, and remove everything that's useless and distracting. Take this drastic measure and remove all the distracting apps and sites from your phone. The very first tip for your dopamine detox is to cut out all the addictive activities from daily life. Mark all such activities. List them down because it will help you give them physical entity and then start striking them down. You must be thinking, what after that? What after I deleted all such apps and sites? What about activities like compulsively checking my email? Well, you can always set a specific time in a day when you allow yourself to check on your mails and messages. For example, you can check email after your breakfast at around 9 a.m. and then before your dinner in the evening at 4 p.m. for 20 to 30 minutes both time. Possibly your life is in ruins. You may also feel like you're wasting a lot of time and that you're not happy with the way things are going for you. The inability to stop using apps such as YouTube or video games might be an indication that you need to adjust your behavior drastically. What's really crucial in this phase is having the desire to change. It's possible for change to be difficult and unsettling at first, but it will be worthwhile after you put in all your efforts. How long do you spend on your devices on a daily basis? And which app takes up the biggest chunk out of your day? Comment down below and start off a conversation with other members of the Deetz family. Number 2. Avoid activities that tune in your zombie zone. The next pointer that comes under dopamine detox routine is to avoid tuning in your zombie zone channel. Zombie zone channel is when you scroll, watch, or play for hours on end without truly enjoying it and are unable to quit it or achieve anything meaningful from it. You become trapped for hours in low-value dopamine pursuits, and the most frequent culprits of this mindless activities are video games and social media. During the detox period, you need to cut out things that turn you into a mindless zombie and cause you to lose control of yourself. Yes, You heard that right. If you want positive change in your life, you need to avoid such activities for the entire duration of the challenge. You can catch yourself telling yourself that you don't need to stop doing these things because you can just learn to regulate yourself a little better and everything will be okay. You may give it a go, but many times than not, it's just an excuse. It's the bitter truth. You wouldn't have the problem if you could have controlled your actions before it turned this ugly. One of the major objectives of the dopamine detox is to help you restore your capacity to control your behavior because it is extremely difficult to do so when your dopamine receptors are depleted. So get up and list down all such activities that turn you into a mindless being. If you want to be mindful of your activities, increase your mental focus, and improve your overall mental health, make sure that you check out our channel. We have got tons of informatory videos on the same. Number 3. Consume long-form content only. Now, it might seem a bit hypocrite asking you to consume long-form content when it can be more addictive and time-consuming. But if you're here for the long term and want to really make a change in your life, it would be exceedingly challenging to follow a routine of a medieval lifestyle, especially in this digital age. Majority of people find it difficult to work continuously, so they attempt to fill their free time with leisure instead of becoming more productive, which is also a feasible choice. In order to avoid only focusing about work, we need breaks and downtime to unwind and recharge. Since thoughtless pursuits were the root of your initial problems, you should avoid engaging in them. Long-form material, which also lowers your chance of developing compulsive behavior, is the kind of high-quality content that is best digested gradually. Reading books, listening to audiobooks and music, playing board games with friends, watching a standalone movie without any distractions are all examples of long-form content. But remember, not to start binge watching and calling it super long form of long content. Number 4. Partaking in real-life activities. Now that you have deleted and removed all unnecessary apps and sites from your phone, are avoiding zombie zone, and consuming only mindful form of content, you are almost done with the detox. There is just one last question. That is, what do I do with all this extra time in my hands now? Well, you obviously don't want to just sit around idly and do nothing. You need to build a more satisfying life without the internet. Because if you don't do so, then you will probably relapse and you will be back to where you started in no time. You need to build a more interesting and happening life that will help you avoid relapsing. You can engage in activities that make you feel positive inside and out. Some of such activities are meeting and talking to different people, cooking and eating, going out for long walks, reading books, journaling, exercising, drawing and doodling, cleaning, etc. You can also use this time to explore a bit and take up classes for activities that have always intrigued you. Sign up for a Tibetan class, start with sketching, learn to play the guitar or ukulele. Take up all the interest that's been passive so far and make them active. Discover new interests, groups, and hobbies and start learning new things. They are not only reviving and useful for developing new abilities, but they are also enjoyable. There are countless options, so don't second guess yourself and just try things to see what could be fun and interesting for you. Keep experimenting. A small bonus for you. If you have a curious little brain that feels happy whenever it gets new information about how, what, why, and when, then make sure you check out our channel, as it has various detailed videos on topics you might be inquisitive about. This kind of dopamine detox is arguably one of the finest methods to rebuild a positive connection with technology. Be aware that the initial days may feel and seem difficult. You might grow bored of it. Fortunately, most people are able to get free from their addictive and compulsive behaviors really fast. Ordinary activities will begin to seem more enjoyable again after a few days. Later on, you will feel more in control, have more patience, and be less worried. Your ability to focus will progressively increase. Remember, it is always difficult for a while before it starts getting easier. All of your effort will be rewarded because of the wonderful sensation and joy that you will get from everyday things like going for a stroll in the park, eating, and listening to music. Keep in mind how happy you will feel once you actually complete the chores you said you'd accomplish. Imagine how good it will feel to be able to quietly be with your thoughts instead of frantically rushing away from them. You may temporarily change your connection with digital gadgets by going on a dopamine detox, but in calculating a healthy schedule and keeping the internet hours restricted can help you have a better and healthier lifestyle. In simple words, the entire process of overcoming addiction and dopamine detox looks like this. Wanting to change plus decoding addiction plus breaking the pattern is equals to building a better life plus handling your emotions better, which ultimately leads to you succeeding in your career and achieving your goals. With this, we come to the end of the list and the video. I hope the video gave a proper insight on dopamine detox. If you loved this video, then hit the like button and make sure to subscribe to our channel before you leave, so that we can fill you up on various other such informational videos and keep you and your inquisitive brain updated. Also, drop down the topics that you guys are interested in, and we will try to make detailed videos on them. Till then, binge on and take care. I will see you guys in the next video.